Hello, friends. How are we doing today? I hope you are healthy and safe and just chilling out at home and taking zero chances. We are on firm lockdown around here. We had a big outing the other day. We got to drive to the pharmacy drive-thru at Walgreens. It didn't even have to get out of the car. So, woohoo, we got out. Pretty exciting stuff. So, how are you guys today? Everybody good? Healthy? Let's see. Sorry. Oh, hello, Awen and Brooke. Brooke, I really hope you feel better. I really, really do. That bothers me. Hello, everyone. What did you guys do today? I've been down. My husband calls this my beat laboratory down here. He's so stupid. But I've been down here all day making notes and looking up these crazy people. And YouTube is in a mood, so I thought, forget it. I'm not even going to try to upload something else. I'll just go live and we'll chat about it and see what's up. Hey, Aaron, how are you feeling? I hope you're feeling better. GK, how are you? It's so exciting to see you guys. So exciting. Mike, you guys don't share my last name. It's pretty cool. Ooh, that's interesting. I don't know anything about that case, Kaylara. I really don't. I'm kind of sucked into this one. And of course, Gannon, that one gets me. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry, Brooke. Ugh. But I'm glad you're here. And hopefully, hey, Bonnie, how are you? Hopefully, just hanging out with a few of us will make you feel somewhat better. Oh, Mama D, you're right. This is also crazy. Crazy doesn't even begin to describe this. Like, it's insane. So since that body cam footage came out of Lori and Melanie and Tylee on the 31st at Gilbert Police Department, or January 31st, I thought it was very interesting because just 2 days prior, Lori had taken out $35,000 from the business account. And then later that night, she canceled his flight home from Texas and also removed his truck from the airport parking. But then she's pissed off because he took her purse. It doesn't make any sense. So and the most upsetting thing, she was most upset about her lip gloss. So her lip gloss is missing, but he's out 35 grand plus the flight home. He's stuck at the airport twice. Like, it's ridiculous. She's nuts. She's just nuts. You dated Alex, Mama D? Whew. Oh my gosh, Dolores. I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Shelby, Brooke, and I were just talking about that. I've looked into that a little bit. I haven't done enough to where I'm comfortable talking about it. I don't want to just say something to say something. I want to make sure I'm aware of what I'm saying. I don't like to just say it on the behalf or just because I can. Yeah, Mama D, from what I understand, her parents, what I understand, Lori didn't fall far from the tree is just what I'll get. I don't know. It'd be interesting to talk to you, Mama D, about Alex. He is an interesting character to me. Yep. I believe Jack's mom, her first name is Erin. And were you ever tested, Erin? I'm wondering, because I know we were all very worried about what was going on. I agree, Kay Mena. Absolutely. I thought it was hilarious whenever the rookie cop, we can call him nothing less than that. He was a rookie cop, fresh out of the academy. He's in there basically flirting with her, in my opinion, just he, all cute. But when he was talking about having to send her to CBI and how that would work, Tylee is like, yeah, we're just going to get her a padded room. I was like, ooh, I wish we could have. Probably it would have saved a whole If we could have done that, we wouldn't be talking right now specifically about this case. Tylee would have got her wish. Oh, Bonnie, that's a good question. Not really sure. Oh, there was a while there, and we talked about this, I guess, was it last night? Yeah, last night, Awen and I talked about this, that there was a while that Lori, Letitia, and, God, again, I forgot her name, Maggie, were all in the running for the most wacky, but for right now, I think Letitia takes the cake until we find out more. Oh, that sucks, Aaron. Yes, Megan Boswell. I don't know why I keep forgetting her name. I guess to me, she like, I could do without her, I guess. Yeah, Lori is very money hungry. Everything has to do with money. Yeah, Lori is crazy. T is evil. Absolutely. Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference, but it all funnels into the same category, especially as a parent. It's just insane. Yeah. I don't really know, but knowing that she walked in the police station with all of that, hold on, let me get to so in January, Lori and Chad appeared for the first time together on the Time to Warrior Up podcast. And it was on the 15th and the 21st. But then on the 22nd is when Chad sent Lori the email about the 7 missions that they were supposed to do together. So that's the 22nd of January. So just a week later, she is draining bank accounts and making sure Charles can't get home, taking the kids to a hotel, making this big scene, but then going to the police about her missing purse. That's all within a week's time. So, and then there's a document that says she went to CBI to get her evaluation, stayed for a few hours, and then left against medical advice. So what they told her, we'll probably never know. And then in early February, she started transferring the enterprise points to get the rental car. So, not really sure what that's about or where she was driving to. However, the following week, which would be the week of February 10th, on the 11th, Charles wanted to file charges against her for theft, but he was having issues because what she had done was taken the money from the business account and transferred it into the joint account, but withdrew it from there. So she was having problems because she was actually on that account. So that happened on the 11th. And then we fast forward to the end of the week, which Valentine's Day comes to play and all that fun stuff. Now, Time to Warrior Up did post a podcast on the 14th. And in the description, it says Lori was absent because she was out on assignment. What that assignment was, have no idea. However, on the 15th and 16th in Boise, Idaho, there was a Preparing a People conference with all sorts of different speakers. And that did include Melanie Gibb, who did the podcast, the Time to Warrior Up podcast with Lori and Jason. And Chad Daybell was also a speaker there. Now, according to later podcasts, Lori was in Boise, Idaho for that time. So while Lori is living it up in Boise, Idaho, that is when Charles that Friday filed for divorce. So that's what we know about that timeline. Oh, don't be sorry you're late. I'm just talking about January and February of 2019 and how bizarre it is. And I've tracked down a little bit about Jason Mao and where he was, and Hector Sosa, which I worry more about Jason Mao for many reasons, and Zulema is another one. But after this thing in Boise, Idaho, it appears that that's when Lori took off to Hawaii with Tylee. That week on the 21st, sorry, I keep looking at my notes. On the 21st, JJ's school actually filed a CPS report because Lori had not been located. They had no idea. So they filed a report, just said, we don't know where his mom is. Of course he was with Charles and he was safe and sound, but they did record that they had no clue where she was. Bipolar Princess, how are you? Brooke is her 2 husbands from right out of high school in the early 90s. There's not much information about them, but they are safe and sound and living their lives. So Joseph and Charles are the only ones that we know of. Exactly, Brooke, because I definitely she wanted that money, because it's interesting to me that soon after she was with, they recorded all of these podcasts just a few days prior to them being posted. They were pretty, when they recorded, edited, boom, within a couple days. So when that podcast the last podcast with Chad that was posted on January 21st, then he sends her the 7 missions they're supposed to accomplish on the, here, let me pull up the 7 missions and I'll show you. There we go. Hold on, let me hit the right button. He sends the 7 missions email the day after their final podcast meets up together. And then a week later, she takes out $35,000. And had she had access to more, I'm pretty sure she would have taken that too. Oh, the podcasts are ridiculous, bro. So the 7 missions they're supposed to accomplish together. Now, this was in an email from Chad to Lori, and I did confirm the date before I put it on there. So their missions are translate ancient records, write the book about the translation process, identify locations in the Northeast Arizona for white camps, presidency of the Church of the Firstborn, help establish the food distribution as the tribulations start and the delegate, ordain individuals to translation as the camps begin, and provide supplies to righteous members of families. Laura, no, I don't think Charles was really cheating on her. I think she was trying to play the victim and walk in there and look I think she was, like always, putting on a show, and she went in there playing the victim and, oh my gosh, he's done this and this isn't the first time. And the whole thing is ridiculous. Knowing what we know about her now, to listen to that is like, seriously. But the rookie cop ate it up, and that sucks. I would cheat on her. That's funny. Yeah, Laura, he had a hell of a time with that. So, yeah. Blech. Yes, they're dangerous and crazy It doesn't stop. So prior to, now Lori first appeared on Time to Warrior Up on December 5th, was their, the debut episode. It premiered on December 5th. Now, there are conflicting reports about exactly when Chad and Lori met, but according to some random email that's supposed to have come from Jason Mao, he said that he introduced them on September 23rd, 2018. And that would also be the last day in 2019 that JJ was seen. So if in fact that is true, that date has some sort of significance to them, in my opinion. So let's see. Now, let's see. In November 16th and 17th, there was a conference held in Mesa, Arizona, which is a stone's throw from Gilbert. Now, there's an email that has surfaced recently that everybody believes that Lori actually wrote that would have come from Charles to Chad. And in that, it references that Chad did, in fact, stay with them in the last fall. Well, that conference was November 16th and 17th in Mesa, Arizona. So that part might, in fact, actually be true. He might have stayed there. So, I don't know. Yes, she was cheating on him. It's pretty much the guilty conscience thing. I'm going to accuse you of it before you can accuse me. You know, because I'm going to pretend you do it so you don't catch me. It's very juvenile, you know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yes, Tylee was very loyal to her, and that makes me very sad. It makes me feel very much how I feel about Harley and how she was with Letitia. And Harley ended up being a victim of Letitia because of her loyalty. And I feel like Tylee is the same way. And I mean, who doesn't want to believe their mom, especially at 16 years old? You know what I mean? Like, you don't, because I'm sure she did not tell Tylee, hey, I took out all this money out of the account. Hey, I canceled this flight home. Oh, by the way, me and a friend went and got his truck from the airport so he doesn't have a ride. I would bet that Tylee did not know that. You know. So it would be very easy for Lori to play the victim in all this and Tylee to be totally blindsided with Charles's anger. You know, that's my opinion. Hey, Linda, how are you? I don't know. What do you guys make of these 7 missions? I just... the more stuff that we look at with this, and I know this came out a hot minute ago, but it's just once you start plugging in all of the other little things, it's just bizarre. Hey, Travis, what's your important question? Yeah, Tylee was spoiled. Those kids wanted for nothing. But yeah, Lori made it sound like it was just the worst life ever. Like, just ridiculous. Very entitled. I agree. But when you grow up with all of the things that were afforded to them, they don't know any different. You know, like there was the funds available for them to do whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted. So that's just the way I see it. Yeah, end of the world cult stuff. It's basically what it is. We're going to hoard up all of this stuff, and when crap hits the fan, we're going to distribute it, and we're going to be, you know, on top of the world because we've done this. No, I don't know. Translate ancient records. So, excuse me, apparently they had some sort of magic decoder ring that nobody else had, and they can look at these records and, you know, angels start singing and give them the answer. I'm not sure. That's interesting, Mama D. I've seen a lot of people that say they know Alex that have said he was a pretty chill guy, like just chill, not an angry dude. Like what we saw in the body cam footage of him just being like totally chill, like that was him all the time, is my understanding. Now, Mama D, let me ask you a question. What was he like with Lori? Because from my perspective, when she said jump, he said how high. That's what I get from him. Now, I could be wrong, but based on what we know about Lori and Alex, that's just what I see. Could be. An Oregon man who died in June. Oh, my God. That's insanity, Brooks Channel. Oh, my gosh. An Oregon man who died in June after falling into a boiling hot spring at Yellowstone was looking for a place to hot pot or soak in warm water, according to a final accident report. God bless. Oh, I gotcha. I can't I mean, I get it. In every family, we all know there's like the favorite. There's the favorite child, there's a favorite grandchild, and not so much in a way that, omits everybody else in the family, but everybody kind of knows in the family who the golden children are. So, and I've always gotten that vibe that Lori was, the one. And I feel like because she's got her way for so long, she's probably never been told no. So anytime she speaks, she's able to talk her way out of stuff. And so her being in jail right now, I would just love to know what she's saying to these people. Travis, I'm pretty sure we're going to. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure she's not leaving. Still don't have a damn name for her, but I'm pretty sure the puppy is not leaving. Her parents were all about looks and money. I could get that. I could see them being very materialistic because I feel like Lori's that way. I mean, anytime prior to jail, anytime we saw her in any picture, anytime, she was always very well put together. She, no matter what. Hey, Nikki, how are you? Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Zero self-awareness and zero accountability. Like, I don't even, she has this mentality of, I don't understand why you're mad. I didn't do anything wrong, because whatever she decides in her head is right. That's what it is. There's no arguing with her on that. I don't know if the thing about the camps is a racial thing or because, in fact, the tents are actually white. So all you would see are, literally white tents on the campground. Apparently they buy these massive white. To me, it sounds almost like, like what you pop up at the tailgate party. They're just phenomenally huge. So it's hard to really say. Gosh knows what. Who knows what they are implying. Hey, Paula, how are you? Yeah, I don't know. No idea. And with these people, you can never assume. Yeah, I agree with you that there is, it's a very, it's not a very diverse group in the LDS. I'll just say that. My take on the body cam and the recordings was like, she went in there and battered her eyes and played the victim and drug Tylee and Melanie in there to make her look great, which I don't even understand why she would need them. I don't even know, because they barely talked. Like I said earlier, my favorite part was when like Tylee was like, yeah, we'll get her a padded room. I'm like, oh, girl. So I don't know. Yes, she was on Wheel of Fortune. She was on Wheel of Fortune, and then she was also in the pageant, which we saw the video of that. Or no, was it Wheel of Fortune or Price is Right? Hell, I don't remember. You're probably right. Where is that? What was I gonna say? Oh, and then we saw her in the pageant. Now, it's clear now, we all know that about her vanity and whatever. But for Tylee only being just over a year old when Lori did that, I got to give old girl props, not going to lie, because even a year after my kids were born, I was like, yeah, no. I was barely getting in pants with a zipper even after a year. You know what I'm saying? So there's a part of me that was like, go on, girl, like, get it, but that just plays into her vanity. So it doesn't really do much. Was it Wheel of Fortune? I don't know. Thank you. Perfect. Thanks. I don't know. I don't know why I was thinking Price is Right. Probably because we've been watching it every damn day. But it is what it is. Like the old ones. Like we have all these, like, because nothing is going on. So we have all these old ones. I don't know. It's so stupid. Let's see. Yeah, she is just a nutbag. You got that right. Uh-oh. Paula, you're boycotting work? Why are you boycotting? Are they still trying to make you come in? Bonnie, I think you're right that no matter what she's ever done, somebody has bailed her out. Somebody has been there and cleaned up her mess, and now she's got herself in the mess that nobody can get her out of. Not even, her knight in shining armor, Chad, because she jacked everything up so much, there's no money to get her out. That's funny, Laura. When we got in the truck that night, she was kind of freaking out about it. She's like, what the hell is this? Another car ride? Because the day prior, she had just been driven here from Arkansas, which was a 5-hour ride. So we probably did her a disservice by throwing her back in the truck the next day. So she's a little freaked out. And man, she climbed up and like clawing crazy and just perched on my shoulder. I don't know if so she could see out the window or she felt safe, but then her tongue, she's panting all crazy. I'm like, what the hell? Like a chemtrail. That's funny. I'll have to tell them up there. Yeah, the bail. So in addition to them not having the money, the bail bondsmen are like, no. And up there, the bail bondsmen they're not really qualified or insured enough to take on a client with that high of a bail and be able to cover that with their insurance. So it's just not a possibility. Let's see. I will tell you about the padded room. Hold on, I have wrote the times on. We will find it. Hold on. Don't mind me. I gotta find my stuff. This is when I was talking to Charles. One thing about that aggravates me so bad is that I wish we could have heard Charles more. I listened to that so much. I listened to it so many times. My son has really badass like gaming headphones, and I'm gonna bring them down here one day. Hold on. All right. It's when Lori was talking about hold on. We're going to find it right here. There it is. Okay. Tylee says we're going to get you a padded room. Here, I will pull it up. Maybe. Okay. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I can't see chat for a second. I'm going to try to pull this up to our time. Where are we? No. Stop. What have I done? Hold on. Sorry.
I have until it is verified by my sergeant that it's still active, they still want you. I can't hold you against your will. But if it's verified by my sergeant, which she says could take a little while,
Okay. All right. Let me show you guys. Let me find you guys, and then I will show you guys. There you are. Sorry. Okay. Share screen, Chrome tab, share. Okay. Whoa. Is that going to work? Okay. So, all right. I missed some stuff. Sorry. Harmony, I did hear that about the movie rights or something. I would really like to know. I'd really like that to be verified. Oh, no. Paula, that is terrible. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm with you. I couldn't give two shits about her either. I would just love to know where JJ and Tylee are. But it's all of these goofy things like this that seem so minuscule that are actually important. These things, like her doing this on January 31st, is no accident. You know, she's really trying to play the victim. So I don't know if her plan was to play the victim. So if divorce proceedings did go on, she could claim that she took the money to get away from him because he was X, Y, and Z. So if this was her way to document this, and she did say multiple times throughout this whole thing that Jason Mao encouraged her to go and report this. So there's that. Let's see. Okay, so it should be right in here. I'm going to turn this up so you guys can hear. It might take me 1 second to actually, it's right in this area. And this is actually on YouTube for my channel, so nobody can come at me. So if the YouTube gods are watching, can't be mad, bro. Okay, so all right, this is when he comes in. Hold on. It's about, let me see. Sorry. I want to make sure you guys, where the hell did he come in at? There he is. Okay. We'll just watch a minute of it. Oh, shit. I lost you guys again. Uh-oh. Where? Oh, shit. Hey, you know what helps? If I unmute it. What in the actual hell? What is wrong with me? Why is there no sound?
Talk to him.
There we go.
He was all upset, wondering what are we going to do about that. I have until it is verified by my sergeant that it's still active, they still want you. I can't hold you against your will. But if it's verified by my sergeant, which she says could take a little while, then if it is verified, then I have to take you to Community Bridges, the mental health behavior place to get looked at. But while it's being verified, I have no right to keep you and hold you, just so you're aware. So he's supposedly en route with your purse and your phone, and then and the order also, which needs to be verified by my sergeant. So we will facilitate the transfer of the person and the phone. And while we go give the mental health petition to my sergeant, and she's verifying it, you do whatever you feel you need to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
How we're going to get that to go away, I do not know. You may need to you can probably contact Community Bridges, that's CBI, Community Bridges. We have one, I don't know if you even want to just go up there, at Mesa Drive and Baseline. It's off Javelina, which is the street before you get to the freeway, if you're going north towards the freeway. Find out what you need to do to prove yourself, because what it is committal paperwork.
Right.
They can hold you for 24, 48, however long they deem it necessary to get you evaluated.
Right.
Based off just what your husband said.
Says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the doctors play it safe.
Sorry. I just think it's funny because he's trying to get over this.
Right. So.
That's very smart. Because I'm really the one that did something wrong.
But here's the thing: is I don't know, and I'm not going to take sides.
Right. No,
but just talking to you, I mean, I don't see you being a danger to yourself or anybody else. You got your kids to school.
Right.
I don't know, but I'm not going to play side. I'm just going to let you know that we are required, if you're here, that we will, even with force, if we have to,
Right.
if you're still here when it's approved, we'll have to take you to CBI.
Okay. And what is it called? So I'm just going to write it down.
Community Bridges. That's where we take you. Now, I don't know who he went through to get the order taken care of.
That's what I'm saying. How do you even get that? He got that in the middle of the night? How do you get something in the middle of the night?
It's family members can do it for other ones who have like drug dependency or not in health, mental health.
Yeah, but how would he had to come here? Isn't stuff closed?
It's not here. There are places you can go. So
How would you think? How would you think of something?
I don't know. I don't
Okay,
know.
sorry.
So
This guy. Oh, community bridges. Is that what you said? I'm just gonna write it down.
Should be coming any second.
I'm going
They'll be
to,
looking for me. That's the whole thing.
I will, Harmony. Hold on.
we don't bust down doors to get you, but we will knock. So if you see police officers knocking, talk to them through the door if you really don't want to talk.
Okay.
If you want a free medical evaluation,
I was
psychological
gonna say, I haven't
evaluation.
gotten any sleep in about 3 days. They have good facilities.
They do actually, from what I understand.
And a gym where I can work out.
Yeah, so-
I'm happy.
Like I said, we.
You'd be okay without your mama.
You are going to get a padded room.
There it is.
So officers don't.
That
bust down doors.
made
Just
my
so
day.
these are civil
Not gonna lie.
orders. They're for your safety. It's not illegal. If it was because you're a danger to yourself, it's not illegal, or it's not illegal to kill yourself. So we don't go
Oh,
busting down
that's
doors.
terrible.
But if we make contact with you, there's nothing separating us.
Stop.
At that point,
You can
we know.
Okay, so that footage, for people that don't know, there was Justin Lum recently released body cam footage of Lori on January 31st. She went into the Gilbert Police Department and claiming that Charles stole her purse. He was basically stalking her and all of this craziness. He stole her purse and she went in there and played the victim. So there's about 35 minutes of body cam footage that is shown. A lot of it is redacted. Their faces are redacted, but it's very interesting to watch. Hold on one second. And then I'll post it again. Link to full video. But somebody had asked where Tylee said she needed to be in a padded room. And I just think that part's funny. I hate to be ugly, but I do. I just think that part's great. Exactly. Jason Mao told her to go file the report and get a restraining order. What Lori didn't realize is that Charles had already beat her to the punch, because when he realized she canceled his plane ticket and took his truck from the airport, and then when he finally managed to get home, she had changed all the locks. So he had to have Gilbert Police Department come and break down the door, like break into the house for him to get in the house. So then when she went to the police department on the 31st, she said he broke down the door and he's violent and he's all of these things. So she was just twisting the story in such a way that I can't even stand it. I just can't even stand it. 497 pages. God bless America. So, okay, hold on. I have documents here. Let me find them from what Charles, and we have the police report of what, basically what they just said, what we just watched. I'm trying to find Charles, his restraining order. There it is. Okay, hold on. Getting back to you. Yes, Jason Ma was. And actually, at the very end of that video, they start talking about Jason as if he is some sort of superhero. And Lori's like, oh, his story is extremely fast. His story's extremely incredible. And like, she's trying to like sell him on people. I'm like, oh, it just gives me the creeps. Why are you lost, Linda? Here, let me see. Where is this? Copy to clipboard. Linda, here's the link. Come on and tell me where you're lost. Because a lot of people in this chat aren't familiar with you, Linda. And for anybody that doesn't know, Linda's probably the funniest person on the planet. And I would love for her to come up and say exactly what she thinks about this case. Oh, I believe it. Jason Mao is, whew. He's bad news. Let's see. Mm. Brooke, I am so sorry. He does. Jason Mao presents himself in such a way that he is like a hero and he's doing everybody a favor by what he's doing. And he's Billy Badass and going to go save the world and whatever, dude. I can't take him seriously. I mean, I do feel bad for his injury and I'm glad he's recovered and, you know, how miraculous a story he wants to tell about that. But God bless. Hello, Linda.
Hi. I'm lost about that dust.
It is
I don't
you too as well. Brooke is sending a lot of information about it. So it's very interesting, and it's something that people are looking into in regards to the death of Chad's wife, Tammy, from October of 2019.
Aren't they checking into that? I mean, aren't they like exhuming her body?
Yep, they said it would be about 3 months. Well, 3 months is come and gone because they exhumed her on December 11th of 2019.
And she supposedly ingested this dust or something, from what I can gather.
That's what they're assuming. I mean, it doesn't seem
it's not far-fetched, not in this case. Come on.
Yeah, no, it doesn't take it too far out of the box here. It almost makes sense.
Sorry, I'd come on camera, but I look like a hell box.
I know. Hey, 2 days in a row, I done brushed my hair and brushed my teeth, come down here, so y'all better get excited.
Yeah.
And you know, he was a police officer. Feeding it, he was a police officer, and in Phoenix.
Yeah, Brooke seems to know a lot about this case.
Yeah, Brooke. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
looking at things that I haven't. So I love it because I'm like, ooh. So I trust what she says, so it gets me excited.
Yeah, she knows a lot.
The dust could have been shot at her from the paint gun.
What?
That was what, October 9th? What, and this was apparently ordered on what? October 2nd?
I don't.
I have to get it right. Hold on. What it was, yeah, I would love to know what it would look like in an autopsy. What I've been trying to do is track these crazy fools down because they're all over the map and they travel so much between Arizona and Utah and Idaho for these conventions. And I don't know.
Well, let's just face it. The LDS church, or whatever they call it, is a money-making church. I mean, that's the Tammy Faye church, correct? Isn't that the same church? Jim, what's it? He was like extorting money or something. That guy. I think it's the same church facility anyway.
I have no idea. All I know about Tammy Faye is her damn makeup.
I do believe it's the same.
I stay far away from that.
I believe it's the same affiliation, and they make a lot of money. I mean, they have compounds and tons of money.
Absolutely. Jill, no, Jason Mao is not dead. He is alive and kicking. The Bakers, there you go. Holy
yep, Jim Baker, thank you.
Yeah, but they were not LDS, guys. He was a faith healer.
Oh, okay.
Was that kind of like Zulema and her cuddling? I don't know.
I'm echoing.
I have nothing to do with the Mormon church. They're calling us out. I don't know. I was there. They were never people that I got into. So that is something I would not know. And exactly, Travis, none of this is really officially associated with LDS. What they're doing is letting LDS take the fall for their batshit crazy beliefs. So they're just allowing people to think whatever they want. So, and it's unfortunate because those people who are, good, upstanding Mormons that are just living their life are getting a bad rap because of people like this. And Chad and Lori aren't the only ones. I mean, we have to face it. There's all sorts of offshoots of every religion, really. So, but when you hear people that are
prepping
using, that are using, faith-based beliefs to do whatever the hell they want, it's automatic that people look at, you know, the origin of their beliefs and say, oh, the whole thing's, they're all crazy, you know? So, let's see, what was that? Oh, wow.
That's a lot of money. They're saying how much they demand in these churches. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole prepping of the end of the earth thing kind of just irritates me anyway. But I mean, then you have somebody
I think you would be a good prepper. Okay, let me ask you a question. Let's take a break from this series where I can do stuff. Linda, if you were a prepper, what would you collect for the end of the world?
Oh my God, ramen noodles. No, I don't know. I don't have any idea. I never thought of it ever thought of it. Never.
Okay, here we go. Right.
What the heck would
I got you, Brooke. I'm following you, and maybe I'm not saying it. Maybe I'm not saying it the right way.
Oh my gosh, crushed in a ring.
Mama D, there is a lot of beliefs that what took Tammy's life also took Alex's. But until we get that information, we don't know. Jason Mao is associated with the another Voice of Reason group from Vallow. And apparently we'd all prep a toilet paper.
Yes, feeding we would.
Apparently, I'll never understand this. When we all get out of quarantine and they go back and figure out what, you know, how this all played out in the world, I swear to God, I hope they figure out why the hell toilet paper was so important. Of all things, are you going to eat it? Because
and ramen. People are taking ramen like crazy. That's why I said ramen.
Oh, God. So Jason Mao is connected to this group, and he started writing books and doing all these things. He kind of was going down a similar thing as Chad after he had his injury from being a police officer. Well, he and Lori met through some sort of divine intervention, according to him. When he first met Melanie, it was, you know, the angels were singing and he knew he had to hang out with her. So he kind of fell into this group, and he kind of put everybody together. And at the beginning, it seemed like he was kind of the glue, you know, he was the one that brought them all in together. And then what we know now is what blew up from all of that. And Jason, Lori, and Melanie did the Time to Warrior Up podcast together. And Jason still goes out and he talks and he does all these things. And he apparently has been in communication with Chad this entire time. And so he's just, he said they were gatherers. And I find it's interesting that he used that word, because if you remember on Dateline, Lori's friend April, she did say that Lori said that I'm here to gather you. So apparently she took that very literal, very much so. So
does that still stay in your system, Brooke? Do you know if they test after a time? Because some drugs that you're given like that don't last very long and they can't test for them. So I'm wondering if that Melkite or whatever it's called stays in your system.
I have no idea.
She seems to know a lot about it. So
I know she's really looked into it. I'm excited to read. She said she shared some links, so I'm pretty
interested. Yes.
Yeah, because I don't know. That's something I don't know anything about. And now that we're stuck inside,
it blew my mind when they were saying it. I was like, what is this all about? I'm very confused.
Yeah.
I mean, it's confusing enough to try to keep who was married to who died first, who then how they got together. All that stuff's confusing enough. But once you figure that out, now you add some dust to it that kills people. Let's just figure this out a little bit.
This case does not need pixie dust. Let's just be careful.
Yeah, no, it does not.
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. For anybody who's watching this later, definitely watch the live chat on replay, because Brooke has got some information for us.
Oh yeah. Every time her name comes up, I'm looking at it.
Feeding it says you don't metabolize it, so it could be traceable.
Oh,
Now
good.
I'm wondering because Tammy had been she had been embalmed, so I wonder if that makes a difference.
Oh yeah. I wonder if it stays like in the tissues, maybe.
I don't know.
You know, or in the organs, what it filters through, because they could test them, you know, like your liver or kidneys or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I just gotta say about that body cam thing. That lady is a bag of nuts that is rattling. I mean, she is something else. When she says, "Oh, can I go in this room and I can get some sleep and I can work out?" Oh, great. I'm like, "Oh my gosh." And then Tylee says, "Oh, we'll put you in a padded room." That was hilarious. I was spit out my coffee.
That was the part about it. As weird as the whole thing is, that part I was like, "You go, girl!" Like high five.
Yep. Oh, feeding says hair and nails. That is true, because that keeps growing after you're dead. So, because it's cells or whatever they say. So, yeah, it probably would come out in that.
Bipolar Princess, what is shopping like up there? Like right now? Because they're saying, you know, that I mean, it's my understanding that it's not uncommon for LDS members to have some sort of, you know, stockpile in a sense to prepare for anything that might go down. So Bipolar Princess is not far from Rexburg. So just curious what the shopping, I'm curious what the shopping like is everywhere, because we live about 45 minutes southwest of St. Louis, Missouri. And even out here in the state, like everywhere, there's like bare shelves. I'm like, seriously, people, seriously. Like, I mean, I get it. Everybody's terrified, but it's like, I've never in my life seen what I saw. And I hope I never have to see it again.
Oh, shopping here is the same. I mean, stores are not really that bad.
Nikki, no, I don't believe, well, in her jail anyway, everything is done through video conference. Like there's no, it's not physical. They are not in the same room, whatever, but I don't believe they're even allowing anybody in. Oh, K-Mena says LDS families have 1 year supplies at all times. She's in Boise.
Wow.
Wow. And that's what Bipolar Princess said. I mean, frankly, given what we're going through now, I'm somewhat jealous of that. Now, do I want to eat rice and beans for a year straight? Absolutely not. But I sure as hell don't want to leave my house right now either. So,
well, we haven't even gotten it bad here yet. I mean, if you look at Minnesota, we haven't been hit yet. We only have 800 and some cases. So we're probably up here in the north. We're probably going to be hit last. And which means there goes the summer, but like I care. I mean, I really never do nothing anyway. But still, when you're cold, you can't go out. You're not going to go out.
Wow, Jill B, you're in Chicago. Our friend Allie is just northwest of Chicago, and she said it's even in her out there in the suburbs, and she's not too far, but far enough outside of the city limit. She said it's still a little crazy. So you stay safe in Chicago, because apparently they're getting their ass kicked too. Oh, you're in New Jersey. God bless America. Don't tell me that. The nail beds recede. I always rewatch this and reread chat, because sometimes when I'm speaking and you guys are still going, like I miss stuff. So I'm definitely.
Yeah, I do that too. I reread the chat to see what I missed, and then I try to contact the person and answer their question.
Right. I have this, well, in one of my notebooks, and I always have three.
Yeah, New York, New Jersey, it's not going well there.
But I have a bunch from all kinds of videos, questions, and comments that people made. And one day, well, now that I'm on lockdown, it shouldn't be that hard. I went to sit down and like talk about some of the different things. I don't know. Yeah, New York and New Jersey are shit shows, Sarah.
Yeah,
I
it's
agree
really bad.
100%. And to know that some of you are in that area, by
It's very scary.
please just stay home, stay safe. If you need anything, send an email. I will somehow figure out a way to send it to you.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to ask.
Right.
Now's the time we all should stick together some which way, whatever way you can.
Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, just
Do I sound like I'm like I did last time? It's good now, ain't it?
yeah, no. Last
Okay.
time it sound there was this weird, like I don't remember what it was
It
called.
was my connection.
You know what, Laura? We have Verizon and we got an email from them that said, if you're affected by what's going on, you can basically they're not making you pay until I believe it's like May 12th. And then we got an update late last week that may be extended, but I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to extend it too far out because then that bill is going to be like,
Yeah.
that in this time of
I need a ham
transition, and
sandwich.
there's money going out for more, we're not clearing shelves, but our cabinets aren't empty right now. And like Gavin's
Right.
here, Wayne's here, I'm here, and we're snackers. Like Travis said he needs a ham sandwich.
You got your Debbie cakes?
No, I'm out right now and I'm pissed. So Travis said he needs his bum ham sandwich. That's so funny.
He needs his hammy Sammy.
That damn bum. Yeah, I don't blame you. I would be paranoid too, but it's just like I said, our shelves aren't empty, but I'm not one to go and like just clear out a shelf in the store. I just can't understand that.
Yeah, that's a good question, Harmy. Wonder what he is doing now.
Chad, yes, the earthquakes. Okay, so these earthquakes, and I'm sorry for anybody that was affected by them. And from what I understand, and I know that Bipolar Princess will correct me, from what I understand, they did occur in a place that was pretty, I guess, rural in a sense and not very populated, but there were buildings that were affected. From what I understand, nobody was hurt. However, this whole end of the world thing that Chad, wrote about as fiction included earthquakes and something coming off the West Coast and, doing something to the country. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to take their side, but it seems like COVID-19 and the earthquakes, Chad's like, told you. See?
They're using it to their advantage.
And I was like,
they're saying,
holy
the
hell.
whole world be damned. Come with us. We'll save you.
Right. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to give him any credit, but as I watch stuff go down, I'm like, maybe he's on to something.
I'm not choosing their way.
Yeah, Lori. Okay,
Wow.
Lori comes off as a ditz. What she does is she plays the dumb blonde, and she bats her eyes, and she just tries to be ha ha ha, and everybody buys it. Well,
totally manipulating.
The court system is not buying it, So I don't know. Her act is ridiculous. It is sometimes comical because you're like, are you serious right now? I don't know.
I'd say laughable, but she's not laughable. She's just straight nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really no two ways about it. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, but the lady is it's a nutbag. She really is.
And Brooke, that is funny. Chad was also saying he was casting demons out of his computer when bad emails came through. Brooke's like, I left about that.
I'm gonna lose it.
I'm gonna lose it.
Sorry. That is nuts.
It's just like, are you serious, dude? Like, that's it. Has anybody read Chad's blog? Like, has anybody read Chad's blog? Because he breaks down like all of these things, like how he had this vision to go to Rexburg and how he got hit by the wave and he saw his grandpa.
Well, does he have a vision where the kids are? Come on, let's just get real here. This
Exactly.
just doesn't make sense to me. Why would you sit in jail if your kids are okay and all you have to do is tell them where they are so they can go check them, and then you're a free bird? You can go to your stockpile and save the world or save your part of the world or whatever you're going to do. But no, I mean, you wouldn't sit in jail unless you're hiding something, unless she's just so whacked out she loves the work out there and the sleep. I don't know. I just don't know.
The only way I think she justifies what she's doing is because in her mind, whatever she's done with them isn't wrong to her.
Well,
Her wackadoo belief system allows her
Yeah.
to believe that whatever has happened to them is okay.
mhm,
And I mean,
mhm.
until they tell me I can't, I have to hold out hope because for whatever reason, I'm very invested in this, and it would go into it's pretty damn close to Stephen and Brendan as far as like, let me at them, just get them. But you can't get them. We can't get Stephen and Brendan, and we can't get JJ and Tylee.
Right.
Her mother is off her damn rocker. And so I feel
well,
like her belief system allows her to
Yeah.
get away with whatever she wants.
Well, the Yellowstone Park thing bothers me a lot because they do have sacrificial places there that has been known to be, known to be sacred grounds or whatever. So if they're reading into that, maybe they did something like that. And as Brooke said, somebody went into these boiling acid thing or something. I wasn't quite sure. I don't know exactly how she put it, but it sounds pretty scary.
Right. Glowing Ember, I have listened to Julie Rowe, and in my opinion, anytime Julie Rowe speaks, she is advertising herself. She only did the two videos on YouTube talking about Chad with her friend that she does the podcast with anyway. But then when Dateline hit, all of a sudden she's wanting to do this media frenzy. And I feel like she was just mad she wasn't asked to be part of Dateline because for some reason she feels she needs to make herself relevant. And she's appeared on another YouTube channel, and it was about an hour and a half, and literally she only talked about herself. So she's not interested in JJ and Tylee. No. She doesn't care. She's interested in exposing what she's got going on for herself and her books and where she's going to appear so she can talk about that to other people, as if we're all going to sign up and be there.
Well, I don't know. Does this make the church look good? No, not in my eyes. So if you're trying to recruit people, you'd probably try to distance yourself from evil as Lori. And, I don't get their train of thought here. I mean, is the church still supporting them? Them are some questions that I have that I haven't been able to find out.
From what I understand, Chad, okay, so there's conflicting reports whether or not Chad has been excommunicated. So until that's set in stone, but I know they did go to LDS facilities when they were in Hawaii. But as things have progressed, I mean, I don't know what Chad's doing now that he's back in Idaho. I'm sure he's not welcome anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, why isn't he trying to get his lovely wife off? I mean, hell, he loved her so much he married her 2 weeks after his wife died. So let's get real. I mean, why isn't he her support system?
Because he can't afford it. They have nothing.
No, that's
Lori left Arizona. What little bit she had left behind. But then when they fled Rexburg, she left everything.
Yeah.
In my opinion, they went to Vegas for a few days, set up the marriages that took place there, and then took off to Hawaii.
Well, this continues to get progressively more interesting. I don't see no dull points in it, but I guess we'll have to wait to find out about that, what that autopsy says and see where they go from there. I mean, that could open up a whole new ball of craziness, then they'll check into her husband. And what happened to Alex, by the way? I mean, I know he died, but what happened? Do we know?
No.
Mysterious death.
Exactly. What we know is the 911 call was made apparently by one of Zulema's kids. His name is Joseph. And then Zulema came in at some point and tried to do CPR like 2 minutes before they arrived and took him. Apparently he was DOA.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah. Kayla.
It's pretty interesting that, maybe all these end of the world things are coming to light. But what this means is investigators have more time to sit around and put pieces together. And because court's not happening, it's going to continue to get postponed. I don't know. Maybe by then we'll have some additional charges. I don't know.
Yeah. I just find it just totally interesting why this woman would sit in jail when all she has to do is say where the kids are, unless she's guilty. Then did they charge her with anything else? Murder or attempted or nothing with the kids?
Nothing along that.
Oh, okay. Well, we just have to wait and find out.
Right. That's just it. Nobody has any clue. The only thing that they've confirmed, that they've been able to confirm, the last sighting they have of anything is the last time law enforcement can place Tylee is September 8th at Yellowstone, and they can confirm through Kennedy Elementary School that on September 23rd, JJ was at school, but that was his last day. So.
Well, I don't know. Stick me in a dark room and spin me around and see if I can come up with an answer. I feel like that's just about it. I mean, let's just point out what you're going to do.
Right.
I just cannot put nothing together.
In this case, I've never in my life seen anything like this case ever, never, ever. I've seen parts of this case, but to have it all like come together,
it makes sense.
And the actual hell. And you're right, her sitting in jail. Now, see, her not being forthcoming with where the kids were back in November created the rest of this storm for her, because now people are looking at all these other deaths and they're pointing the finger at her and say, you're the common denominator here. Do you have anything to say? So she's just screwing herself, and I'm not mad about it.
And for a woman who likes to talk stupid stuff like she does on at the cops, she's not saying nothing. It's just what you open your mouth to make yourself look like an idiot, but you won't open your mouth to save your ass. I mean, sorry, you know what I mean? I just don't.
And that to me is a cult mentality. Your loyalty lies with that belief system, and in this instance, her loyalty is to Chad.
Right.
If you watch her when they follow her and ask her about where the kids are, especially in Dateline, when they catch them coming out at the end in Hawaii, where she no comment and she's all cute with Hawaii on her butt. When they're asking about the kids, she will turn her head and look at Chad like
help.
I don't know. I don't think it's help, but I think she looks at him like, are you mad that they're asking me that? Like, there's this very weird, I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only one that picked up on it, but it bothers me every time.
They just both look like they're suspicious, not speaking about this. It just makes people, it puts them not in a great light. And the longer she waits to say anything, the more guilty she looks of hurting her children. Right. I mean, why wouldn't you say something if you didn't? Right. If you believe in the church and the church told you to give your children to somebody, then you tell them, hey, the church told me to give my kids away, and that's where they're at. They told me to put them in a bear cave, so that's what I did. I mean, whatever, that's just, I mean, is she... I guess I see this, and you've heard about it in a lot of cults where they just totally abandon themselves from everybody, everything. It's, it's the whole church and everything. And they don't care if they had children. They don't care if they were married. They don't care about anything. I mean, look at Jim Jones. I mean, drink the Kool-Aid. But these people act like that before they drink the Kool-Aid. I mean, I just don't get it.
Exactly.
It's bad.
Tony, don't feel bad, but Tony said, hey, sorry, family calling to check in. Didn't want to tell them I needed to hang up to watch YouTube. That's when he was like, gotta go.
collect their survivor bill. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's right. And she's collecting
Now,
money on it.
that's a federal charge. So, and they clearly have proof of that from September through her time in Hawaii. So that was 5 months worth. So,
well, she'll definitely get some charges from that because the government wants their money, and we all know that.
Right.
Because bigger people have not been taken down for the crimes they do, but give them tax evasion, and they're gone. They're gone.
Yeah. I'm confident in those types of charges. The other things I worry about because I don't feel like unless their probable cause is some hard-hitting, hardcore, very detailed stuff, they'll never be able to arrest her for anything related to those kids' disappearance without any sort of good proof or without finding them themselves. So
yeah, that's kind of touchy because how do they convict somebody for murder without a body if the person's just missing and they've done it? Even with no proof of them being dead, it's been done. So couldn't they do something like that with these kids? These are minors. And
what's it called? Law of separation. It's called, Travis, you might know what I'm trying to think of. But it's basically, there's a law talking about like they used it in the Susan Powell case. And that was in Utah, and that's a batshit crazy case. But basically, to declare her dead, they said, she's not going to work, she's not doing her normal schedule, like all of these things, to prove her life is likely over. I believe it's called something. And I put it in a video somewhere when we were talking about
preponderance of evidence, no sign of life.
Yeah, there's something. I'm gonna find it now. I'm like, I'm gonna find it. It was an article. Hold on. I think I know where it was. Actually, I know what video it was in. I just have to.
Law of presumption. That's what Travis says.
Is that
it? Can't they charge her, Travis, with something if the kids aren't? It's been seen nowhere since. What was it, September 23rd or something?
Yeah.
Presumption of death after X a number of years. Oh, okay. So it takes years. No contact. You are presumed dead. Okay. I would imagine it's different in every state. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to find it because now I'm on a mission because it was an article from out of Idaho, so whatever they call it there, right here. Okay, Linda, you're up because I'm going to mute for a second so I can find this.
One man show. Yeah, whole lot of fun that'll be. Considering I was watching the Kim Kardashian Justice show, which was very good. She's making some changes. But I'm very interested in that dust there, Brooke. I want to know about that stuff. I'm going to look it up. Fortunately, a wrongdoing is sometimes used. Well, Travis, it's just that I just don't get it. That's a long time for those children not to be seen. And nobody is saying anything about them. So, I agree, feeding it. She would be an interest. She is taking her bar exam soon. She's been going through law school, and I think that's very commendable that she is trying to get these over sentences to have a look at them. People that have been in there since they were juveniles and they're doing life. There's a girl in there who is she was a juvenile. I believe she just turned of age, but she was a sex trafficking victim, and I think she killed her sex trafficker, and they put her in for life. Things like that should be took a look at. You know what I'm saying? All right, Brooks, thanks. I will look at that. It just floored me when you said that about that dust, and it tastes like nicotine, and I'm like, okay, I want to know about this.
Okay.
Definitely do. Girls' body image and financial issues. Yeah, I agree. Feeding it. I am impressed with what she's doing. I was very impressed by the special she had on tonight, and according to the special, she is let me see how much. I don't want to get the number wrong. 7,000 people she has had something to do with their release. So that's a lot of people. And for one person to give that much is quite a bit. It really is. I mean, I know hundreds of people trying to get some people out, and we haven't been doing it for years. So for her to step in and be able to do it, I definitely think that's a very positive thing.
Negative inference.
Negative inference.
That's what they referred to in this in the article I read. I knew there was something. I knew they called it something, and I'm sure everything that everybody said, it all means the same thing. Like that is not clicking, it's not ringing the bell. So it was one of those things like, if I don't find it now, I'll be looking for it.
They need one piece of collaborating evidence in order to charge murder. However, it could.
Dang. Man,
Pretty much
Brooke
anything.
is about to bust. She's about to solve this case.
I am not kidding you.
Right.
She says mixed with nicotine, it turns to a sweet taste. So Chad could have. Oh, wow. And is it like an arsenic, or is it make you sick, or do you just go to sleep? Or I'm just gonna have to research it. I'm just gonna look at that link. I'm not gonna let's sit here and question it continually, because it's just something that, and there's 4,000 what was that, 4,000 pages to read on that, whatever it was. I was like,
I think you
what?
said 460 something. Yeah,
Oh my
it says
gosh.
Travis, and that the case that they referenced was the Susan Powell case, and everything about that case was a presumption.
Yeah.
Everything. That case is whoo-wee.
I just watched that today.
You did what?
I just watched that today.
Oh my gosh.
It was on for a special on Oxygen, I think it was.
Oh my gosh, such a Charlie Hunt. How are you? Sarah, I'm not seeing anything like that come through yet. Here, we can go and see what's under her file. Hold on one second. I only have 84 tabs open because we need them all. Let's see. No, screw that. Okay. Where are we going? We are going.
I agree, Awen. I don't think she bought a ring off of Amazon.
Funny.
I don't think so either.
I don't know. You know what sucks is that the only evidence we really have of their wedding are those goofy ass pictures. In Hawaii.
Wasn't there something about them not, she doesn't have his name. What, didn't they turn in their marriage license?
Her name is not legally changed. So Daybell is literally like an alias. Okay. So
but they are legally married.
But we don't know because in Hawaii, the records are not public. So in order to get those records, you have to be an immediate family member. So really, the only person that could really get that would be one of like her parents or her other siblings, or even Colby if he was interested. So here,
because they might not have turned their marriage certificate in, which would make it after so many times not legal after some amount of time.
Or it could have just been some sort of just ceremony. Who knows?
Ellie found the marriage license in the rental car. They haven't filed it yet. So they might not be legally married if it's not filed.
Right.
I just found something like that out just a little bit ago. So I didn't know that. I thought once you have that paper signed, it's fine, but you do have to turn it in. So
I don't know. Hell, as excited as they were, you'd think that would have been high on the list.
Well, you would think so. He couldn't even wait a month. He was married 2 weeks after his wife passed. And they were together for 23 years or something?
No, Travis, no, I did not see what came out about the West Memphis 3.
Oh my gosh, it's good. Oh, I loved it.
Is it?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Let me. Oh, it'll give me some.
It's a two-part series thing. The guy that did it, actually, he really has a passion for it, but it is the, you know, that prosecuting attorney doesn't want to look at any of this what's it called, DVAC, DNA testing that they have. Very, very interesting that they can do DNA even 23 years later, like off of a rock or whatever. It's like a vacuum kind of thing. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, Harmony. She wants the court to refer to her as Daybell, and that's why they keep saying AKA, because legally that's an alias. She could say, I want you to call me, you know,
MVAC.
Yeah, I want you to call me Lori Dumbass. You know what I'm saying? And they would be like, okay, that's an alias, you know. And she's just
right. They do have to have the legal term.
Watch her face? You ever watch her face when the judge, anybody says Lori Daybell? She's like, like she glows. I'm like, you are a sick woman.
Well, she can't glow any more than her damn lips do. That Kool-Aid cherry lipstick has just got to go.
That was right.
That's what they use in jails. They use lipstick and crayons. So she's got herself some good
cherry,
black cherry lipstick.
She has access to makeup through commissary, but they're not exactly going to be, you know, what she gets.
No. She looked terrible in court.
Yes, I love here. If anybody wants to deep dive the Susan Powell case, since it's officially a closed case because Josh did, you know, he took himself out and whatever. Hold on, let me find it. There is a site, I'm getting ready to give it to you, that has every single thing from that case, every picture, every piece of audio, every piece of video, and everything with the father-in-law who was the craziest person in that entire case.
Oh my gosh, that case just drove me.
I've always been fascinated by that case. Where the hell is it? If you guys, I should show you guys my bookmarks. You would understand why I can't find anything.
I have them too. I just can't. I was just complaining about them today. I'm like, I wish you could put these in an order, some kind of order.
Yeah, it's
because I have three. You pull it up, it's full. Then you go down to the end, and then the next sheet comes flying out. Then another sheet. I got 3 sheets of bookmarks. I should be smart like you and get a printer and print off all that stuff, and I wouldn't have to have them.
Here it is, I think. All right, here we go. Yeah, it's from KSL, which we've seen them do reporting on the Vallow case. So if you wanted, and if there was anything you never saw in the Susan Powell case, it is right here. There it is. Here, I'll show it to you. Let's see.
Well, I don't know if Kim Kardashian's a Christian or not, but I do know that she's helping some people out of prison. So she's helping make changes in the justice system. And I think that's a good thing for a celebrity with her clout to do something like that is very good.
Yeah.
If she had something to do with 7,000 of them being released, that's amazing to me. Yeah. And she's going to be a lawyer.
Yep. When is Tisha Stout next court date? Hold on.
Yeah.
I think it's been moved to like June. We can look it up. Oh, Harmony says June. I believe you. But okay, real quick on the screen, you can see for there, Susan, and this you can view every single email, everything in regards to that case. You will be busy.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah. But I mean, it just goes and goes and goes. And I spent a lot of time on this one.
That is a couple of years worth of work.
That is everything related to that case. So here, well, let's look up, let's see, what is it? El Paso County. I mean, I know they're shut down because Colorado Springs apparently is getting their ass kicked with this stuff. Let's see, court.
Oh yeah, that.
And her stuff right on the front page. Cases of interest.
Yeah, I think they're probably going to end up pushing courts back a lot further. I mean, they're saying June. I don't know how they can estimate on anything. Let's, I mean, I hope it to be sooner, but we all have to be safe and smart. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. It doesn't list anything. Hold on.
Okay.
They just listed an update. Hold on. What is she in? Fourth. Nothing's going on in their court system through May 1st. Yeah. Doesn't really, I mean, it doesn't give a firm
Really,
date on here,
Brooke?
but I had heard June and other people say June, so we'll just go with, we know it's not anytime soon.
Under the U.S. Constitution, people could get away with murder in Yellowstone Park if they were to commit the crime in the Idaho region of the park under the 6th Amendment. Wonder why that is. And do you think that might be where the kids are? I mean,
Outgoing number, did he actually have to go? I guess if it, I don't know. But I know that I read the order for Rexburg for Madison County, Idaho, where Lori is. Excuse me, and they pretty much shut everything down. There's no criminal anything. God bless.
yeah, and they're letting people out on the bracelet or whatever people call it. The beeper tag or whatever it is. If you haven't committed a violent crime, you're not going to be going to jail.
Right.
So, I mean, watch out for your drug dealers and your thugs.
The people that are in there for, obsessive like parking tickets and,
Right.
Yeah, take care of your shit. But seriously, like, let's thin the herd if we can.
Well, yeah, we don't want to keep it contained like that and then just, keep it going around. Crime.
Oh, geez, Louise, glory number. That's ridiculous.
No license plate.
Oh, my God.
With the federal court. Yeah,
Cheese and rice. That's ridiculous. Why am I not surprised? I feel bad for him. Feeding it, you know what? I thought about that. I had heard that she was on the list of possibles, and I thought the same thing because of her medical background. I thought, oh my God, but I would imagine they're not that desperate yet. God, let's hope not. That they would allow someone who did what she did, basically got away with what she got away with, and let them back into a facility to actually take care of people. Hell no.
Who's that?
Crystal Kenny, she helped what the hell's his name? Patrick Frazee.
Oh, okay.
I just I hear you. It is bad in some places, but I just feel like there's better people to do it than her. Yeah. Kelsey Barrett, she helped Patrick Frazee do what they did to Kelsey Barrett, and then she was only convicted on tampering with evidence for the cell phone. But they made the deal with her before they got all the information, and they shot themselves in the foot because she participated in a way they never saw coming when they only thought she just got rid of her phone. It was horrible.
So the theory is by a law professor that if you commit a crime in Yellowstone on Idaho side, you might be able to get away with it because they could not assemble a jury from Idaho. It's soft.
Interesting.
What is Idaho? Is this? I mean, I didn't know Idaho was like this free little, you can just pretty much do whatever you want to state. I've never heard anything about that. I mean, you know, okay, hey, come on over here. You're in Yellowstone Park. Hey, come on over to this side. I can't stand you. Boom, you're dead. Hey, I did it, but I'm not coming over there where you can convict me. I'm gonna stay over here.
I'm gonna sit on this side of the fence.
I'm staying on this side of the fence. Okay, we got potatoes over here. I'm cool. I don't get it. What is that?
I don't.
Somebody would have to really explain that to me. I don't understand that. This is
There's
still part of the United States.
there's apparently this small little section of Yellowstone that is actually, like Travis said, on the, like, it borders different states, and it just creates this legal chaos in a sense. So a lot of people call it the death zone, where
a federal park. No, okay. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, there's different laws
basically
there.
the specific area that there's this legal mess that can, I don't know.
It's a small portion of Yellowstone that is in an Idaho. I don't know. Residence. Oh no, residence. Okay. Like a sacred place or something, maybe. I don't know.
It's just a little sliver that overlaps. Right. That's what I understand. That it's just a small little area, but it's caused a lot of chaos. So
it sounds that way. I mean, hey, look out for your serial killers. Go to that little place. They're safe.
God,
I mean, let's not put that out there publicly. We might really have that happening. You never know. You never know. People are crazy. Who knows? I am concerned about the kids being seen last there. I really am. It's a big place.
Apparently, they've not found anything in anyone's digital footprint. The last time they can find Tylee, according to Lori's iCloud account, September 8th, and they were in Yellowstone.
Yeah, that was frightening when I heard that. It was like, okay, here's this grown girl. I mean, she's what is she? She's a teenager, correct?
Mm-hmm. She was 16. She turned 17 on September 24th.
Yeah. So day before her birthday, she's gone missing.
Well, Tylee was last seen September 8th, which was just
September 8th.
Was
and
JJ after they got to Rexburg, and JJ was last seen on the 23rd.
Okay. I don't have a good feeling the longer this goes. I just don't. I mean, I'm not going to judge. I'm not for sure. I mean, I don't know enough about it, but it doesn't look good for the kids. And I pray that it is. I'm wrong. I really do. There's been so many child things going on that it's really sad.
Yeah, this year's been rough. And at this point, JJ and Tylee of all these crazy cases are the only ones that we can
haven't been found yet.
Yeah, that we can hold out hope for. So it's like,
right.
You know.
Yeah.
Thanks, Travis. You are awesome.
Yeah.
They were in Yellowstone on September 8th of 2019. And the pictures of her and Alex and the kids. Here, I have them.
Yeah, it's sad. It would be really great if she would just, like, I don't know, have this epiphany, to tell where the kids were and say they're okay, charge me with what you have to, because the church ain't doing much for her right now. I mean, pray all you want, but you're still behind bars.
Right. Well, Jason Mao in that goofy email said that Chad built a portal while he was in he built a portal in Lori's closet so she could visit him anytime he wanted once he went home, and like wackadoo. So maybe Lori's got a portal in prison. I don't know.
Do they have a blueprint for this?
In jail. What?
Do they have a blueprint for this? I want a portal. I mean, come on. You don't think I want to take off away from my life for a while and get away from this COVID-19? Let's take a trip. Come on, we'll all go. I mean, come on.
Do they have a blueprint? Shut the hell up.
Oh my gosh. Let alone.
Oh, I know, Awen, but sometimes your mind wanders a lot, and I
wasn't saying that they were killed. I wasn't. Yeah. I was just saying it makes me wonder that I'm afraid for them be in last place they were seen, because it's a very big, wide area. I definitely am not
couldn't-
saying that.
I just can't. I don't know. There was something. There was one of their conventions at Yellowstone around that time, but I'm having trouble figuring out exactly who was there. It seems that a lot of a lot of things are disappearing offline. So as soon as I find them, I save everything, and I'm having trouble finding a lot of information about that September thing in Yellowstone to see who would have been present. Clearly we know that Lori and Alex are there, but
yes, Lori, she did free 7,000 people. It was just on TV tonight. You might want to check it out. I'm not just making it up.
From what I understand, Kim started that a number of years ago now, that she really got into. That was her, now that she's all grown up, her partying days are done. She's going to be a grown up now, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, she's went to law school. She's going to take the bar. So, how many people are in this church of theirs? Oh, I wouldn't have no idea. Probably too many. Probably thousands, hundreds of thousands. I mean, it's I've asked around, and once you say the name, everybody knows who the church is. Oh, I've heard of that. I've heard of that.
Right, but if you break down their specific brand, I don't even know. I wouldn't even know what to call it. Like, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't say what's the name of Chad's group. I don't know. Because Chad reminds me a lot of L. Ron Hubbard. He started writing these fictional books and suddenly became a way of life for LRH. And then we had Scientology. So I'm wondering what Chad's direction is, because he seems to be following the same path. So
right. Yeah, Scientology is a huge thing too. So, I mean, they take a lot of money too.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. No more than hundreds, he says. Okay. I don't know. I've never been one to be. I mean, I'll look into that kind of stuff, cults and conspiracies and all that, but I've never been one to follow it.
Oh, it's right up my alley.
Yeah, we know.
I think you know.
Yes, we definitely know.
That's right up my alley. Yeah, the zombie thing is insane. There is no other word for that. None. The
kids are zombies?
Yes. Wow. Apparently, by their definition, Charles was a zombie too. And
okay. That's a whole new twist in my brain again. All right. We're taking my head for a spin. Where we go? I'm gonna be. I don't think I'm asleep tonight. I'm gonna be checking out this.
Zombies are coming, or you might become a zombie. I don't know.
I'm going to be checking out this powder, and you mixing it with things and make it. I mean, I want to know about that, so I'm going to check out that link for sure. I don't know why it just grabbed me. It like stood out and said, "Here, Linda, look at this."
Yeah, glowing number that I think Chad played Dungeons and Dragons one too many. Damn right. I mean, I don't mean to laugh, because there are these kids are missing, and there are people that lost their lives, but it's like I can't wrap my mind around it, so I have to laugh, because otherwise I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is a very serious case. I don't want anybody to think I'm making fun of it. I'm not. I mean, it is serious. It's very confusing. It puts a lot of questions in people's minds. The fact that the kids just have not been seen or heard of, or nobody has said anything about it, that is something I've just never heard of. I don't understand that. I mean, I think she's a nutbag, and yeah, she makes me, because of the things she does and how she acts. But there's something there. I don't think I don't understand that way of thinking as far as dedicating your whole mind to a church and leaving everything you've known for how many years you've been alive and changing everything like that. That just is unbelievable that you can go someplace, have some people talk to you, and then your whole life becomes something else. That is a little strange to me. I know it happens, but I do feel the tragedy in this. The kids. I mean, I want to know where them kids are, and like I said, the longer that she holds on to this secret, or they hold on to this secret, it doesn't look good in my eyes. It's history and so I can't say that word, statistics will show you the longer that you don't hear about this, the chances are not that good.
Yeah.
Although there's no proof. It's just my opinion.
Charles was kicked out of his body and taken over by one document says Ned Schneider and another one says Nick Schneider. So either way, Mr. Schneider took over Charles's body, according to Lori. And that was as early as January of 2019, right around the time she showed up in the police department after she stole his money and canceled his flight and took his truck and said that he stole her purse. That conversation where she said that to him took place on January 29th. So, yeah. Yeah.
Geez, I mean, a 10-minute conversation with Brooke would have me just cleared up. I mean, this is just, yeah. It's, yeah.
Mama D, you're right. The Warren Jeffs thing is very interesting. It might actually come into play because they shuffle people around in some of these cults, especially the further off you get from like the further off the rails you go. It's not uncommon for people to be shuffled around against their will. So there's part of me that is like, maybe, and but then I worry so much about JJ knowing the issues that he has, and just I can't. I don't know.
I agree, Brooks. Totally. It isn't just that; it's the tons of money. I mean, so much money, and I mean,
well, apparently they're not giving Chad enough because he can't get the broad out of jail. So somebody needs to chop. They're not doing their part. You know what I mean? Like
I agree. That's what has me so puzzled.
I wonder. Okay, I feel like the marriage of Alex and Zulema was a business deal, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Totally 100%.
I agree.
And I don't understand. Like, she's never come out and said, done this, grieving widow thing. I feel like that was a business deal. And I'm wondering what sort of money was attached to Alex. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like life insurance is funding their whole operation.
Yeah. Yep.
Mama D, we have a list somewhere. I can get
that's another thing.
JJ's meds. I have a list.
And she got rid of his comfort dog. And mm-hmm. I mean, why would you do that? I mean,
because she's an asshole.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's not showing, that's like a medical neglect thing, I mean, not giving him his medicine. And I mean, you got to think of that. It's just, I don't know. It to me, in my mind, my opinion, it doesn't look good to me. I pray different because I would just hate to see another, child murdered, or that just is. I've had enough of that.
No, Travis, Chad has no financial stake in preparing of people. They, right when all of this broke, they posted a huge statement, and pretty much they shut down their site. You can read their statement here.
So they think she'll flee, so she's collateral damage. She's not going to be good for the money. She don't have the money to pay it back. But if she was so into the church and they were so dedicated and they were so, you would think the church would be backing them. But
yeah, you would think all these people would come out of the woodwork and be like, I'll save you. But now it looks like she's going to take everybody down with the ship.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's very good for them to distance themselves from them. Yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah. But on that, preparing of people basically took down their entire website, and all you see is the comment. And they pretty much have distanced themselves. They've asked people not to speak on them and not to blame them. And
So they're kind of left out on their own.
What they are essentially is like a media company. They would organize and set up for all these different events. And it got their name out there, but a lot of their events are faith-based, and it was all kinds of faith. Just because they hosted it, they don't believe, how did that line go? This doesn't reflect our belief system here, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
That's basically what they did. But when this all first broke, everybody took their name and said that was the cult. And that's so far from the truth. So they basically lost their business because of Chad and Lori. And that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because there were plenty of other people that used if you were to Google them and look up all the different podcasts and all the events and all the things that they orchestrated and hosted for people, they're out. They're out of business basically at this point. It's very, and that's because of Chad and Lori.
And yeah, wow. Well, I wonder how she feels sitting in that jail, knowing that her, it wouldn't just, just hypothetically, let's just say she did do something for, with the kids for the church, and this is now happening, and now she don't have the church. Hang yourself now.
I don't know that I would refer to. I don't think I would refer to Chad as a church. Cult is probably more like it.
Well,
I've always thought that Chad is the brains of this operation, and people used to argue with me so bad. But now, as more and more comes out, it's like, yep, Chad did this. And I think what we'll start doing, I'm gonna read you guys. Either we'll do it live, or I can just pre-record on whatever you guys want. But we're gonna go through Chad's blog, because he talks about how he's had these visions since the early 90s. So all of these wackadoo belief systems that he has, they're not new. He's been this way for a long time. And it's just now starting to come to fruition in the last few years. And he's dragging everybody down with him. There's been people that have kind of come out and said, like people idolized him. He is like, when he walks in the room in places, it's like, So people used to argue with me about that. I'm like, I'm not going to argue with you, because I'm telling you, it's just my opinion. But as more and more comes out, I'm like, told you so.
You should read the blogs.
Lori's innocent, because Lori definitely, she has done some horrific things as well.
It'd be interesting. Read those blogs, because I would like to know what he said. You kind of give you a feel of what was really going on, and what he's really all about. I don't have time to read that stuff myself. I would love somebody to read it for me. It'd be very interesting.
What, Leah, you're probably everybody. A lot of people keep saying that, and like I semi-joked earlier about the pandemic and the earthquakes and how they're not taking credit. But if that belief that July 22nd, 2020 is the day that everything goes up in flames, it's only a few months away, and at this rate, there's probably not going to be a lot of court going down, even in Idaho at that time.
Right.
So, she probably thinks I'll just sit here and wait. Like, what do I got to lose? And I guess whatever. I don't know.
Chad has near-death experiences.
Yeah, he's had to have 2. He had 2, and both were in water, and he talks about them in depth in his blog. So you guys let me know if you want to read them live, or if you want me to pre-record them, and however, I don't care, but they're interesting.
Yeah, I'm interested in hearing them. So whatever way you do them, I'll be listening to them for sure.
Yeah, Laura, I think Alex was the fall guy the entire time. I think, even though Alex is not salt of the earth, because there's clearly documentation that he did some jacked up things even prior to this year. But I think that the entire time Alex was going to be the one who was
Awen free Joe Exotic makes more sense than a boat. Oh my God, Daddy.
Oh my God.
I am so sorry. But yes.
No, you're
Oh my
fine.
gosh. Oh Lord. Oh. And now that is twisted. That case is very twisted. But there's somebody that's doing some research on that, and that has been very interesting. That Carol lady, I want to tell you, I
Oh
do
my
believe she
God.
killed her
Carol
husband.
Baskin. Now, I don't know. I don't know who watches True Crime Loser in here, but if you don't, you definitely should. I'm going to get you a link to his channel right now.
Well, you know Ripper from Making a Murderer?
Yeah.
He's doing it, and he's got documents up. He has a website. Oh my gosh, the stuff that is. I mean, he had this lady on.
True Crime Loser, he is a comedian, and he does the funniest like recaps and stuff. Hold on. Oh, copy link.
I have to go check him out.
No, I'm getting ready to post his link. Now he did one. His thing on the Tiger King was so funny. And he's like, yeah, you know, he's like, I was barbecuing the other night and I undercooked the chicken. And he's like, you know how easy it was to be like, damn you, Carol Baskin. Like, you can blame everything on her. It just rolls out of your mouth. And oh my God, I was dying. And he has some hilarious ones about Lori Vallow. Wayne laughs like a little girl when we watch him. It is so funny. One time he was we're going to talk about Lori Vallow, the husband eliminator. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, I'd like to check that out then, because if it can make him laugh, I'm going to watch it. I'll probably need oxygen for sure.
So funny, but he's great. And, you know, and he doesn't make fun of the cases, but again, if you can't laugh at some of this stuff, I mean, especially with as dark as a lot of these cases are, you have to find something, but definitely check him out. It is so much fun.
Yeah, I'm not trying to, I mean, I can't, I'm making light of it, but this is a very serious case, and it is very questionable, and I just hope they get some answers quick somehow, somewhere about the kids. I mean, I just keep saying about the kids, because to me, I don't care about nutbags or her nutbag husband. I care about them kids. So I just want to see something for them come through.
Something.
Anything.
No.
All right, I'm going to get off here.
I know.
So
I was
thank you for having me.
It's 10:30 almost. So
yeah,
you guys all have a great night. Linda, thanks for being on. And you guys be safe, stay healthy.
Yes.
If you need toilet paper, just holler. I just wherever
or ramen noodles.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Yeah,
thanks
you guys take care. Thanks for joining and hanging out. And we will probably start hanging out a lot more now that I'm more used to my new normal and
the new norm.
Yep. And I gotta go upstairs and name this damn puppy. The puppy still don't have a name. So there's that. So you guys have a good night, and we will talk to you later. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Have a